Welcome to the Best of Central Florida. I am Justin Clark. I will never forget. The year was 2002. I was in law school in Boston, hanging out at the Beantown pub to be exact. A classmate comes over, introduces himself. He said he was from Orlando. I was shocked. I thought Orlando was theme parks, chain restaurants, maybe a water park or two. Who would have thought that now 20 years later, I would have lived here for 15 of them? Who would have thought I would raise my 2 little girls here? Who would have thought I would fall in love with Central Florida? It's a hidden gem. Great restaurants, great sports teams, booming art scene, the Wekiva River, the beaches, and yes, even the theme parks. From Mims to Montverde, Claremont to Christmas, this is the best of Central Florida. According to the trees behind me, it's finally time for me to say happy holidays to you, season's greetings, and I can also say happy holidays to my beautiful co-host, dear friend, Michaela Nichols. Happy holidays, how are you?
Happy holidays.
Do you love this holiday season or what?
I do. This is just perfect, honestly.
Today on the show, we're going to address something that we all have to deal with. We have parties during this time of year. We have parties throughout the year. Today we talk about the 3 best caterers in Central Florida. Do you love doing dishes or not?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
I mean, who does?
What better than having a caterer, a professional, great caterer, great food. They come and take care of you. And best thing of all, they take everything home with them. It's just a great party.
It's perfect.
Have you ever gotten a caterer before?
I have. And
For
it was,
what?
It was worth every penny.
What kind of function?
Charity one.
That charity function. Unbelievable.
Yes.
You know, I think that what makes the party more special than the food that you have, the food that you serve your guest, a caterer is a very important thing. And I think this is the most important time of year to have a great caterer. And we have 3 great ones today, Michaela.
It's going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be a great show. Coming up just ahead after this very quick break, it is the 3 top caterers in all of Central Florida.
So anyone who knows me knows I love food. And you know what I love most about food is food I don't have to make. So this was absolutely easy. Michaela's choice for best caterer is Millenia Catering. I am joined by an amazing team here, Gwen and Chef Flo. Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And by, have you here, I'm literally at your location because let's be honest, I had to come and experience everything firsthand myself. But I'm dying to know, how long have you guys been around?
Well, we have been in business just over 15 years, very long time.
15 years, my goodness. And when did you kind of realize, I'm gonna start this business?
Well, I am the owner and the chef, but truly, these are my bosses. So we started a people-centric business, which was an in-house chef services. From there, opportunities came up, and the business evolved into event catering, and now we have 5 account executives, over 100 employees, and we do about 300 events a year.
300 events a year, my goodness. I just did an event the other night and wow, I can only imagine, obviously you're used to it, but there's a lot of pressure that goes into these events. And I think sometimes, someone like myself is like, all right, I need to have food because there's people coming, what do I do? How do you kind of hold their hand throughout their process?
It takes an army to execute an event, and every piece plays a big part. So understanding the client's vision is probably the most important thing, and making them feel comfortable and reassure them that we could execute their vision is the most important thing to make them feel comfortable.
Definitely. And one of the things that I love most about Millenia Catering is that there's this sense of luxury. And I saw it on, from working with you and from your website. It doesn't matter how small your event is, it doesn't matter how big it is. I mean, you're gonna get that firsthand luxury experience the whole way through. I mean, how did that come to be?
Absolutely. Well, so he says that we're his bosses. He's our boss, and it's his vision.
So who's the boss here? Come on.
Yeah. So we love people. We love food, and I think that's what it's about: is taking the lead of the chef and really delivering his skill. So Chef Lo went to Johnson & Wales University in Rhode Island, and so just, great skill, great experience that he brings to the table and his team. So that's really the delivery that you see.
I love that, and I love how you say delivery. So are you bringing the food specifically, to the event? Are you kind of cooking there? Like, how does that work? Because I'm sure it's not just like one simple answer.
No, it's definitely not. Each venue and location will dictate our approach and our menu. Just because some places you go to don't have an oven, some places we go to don't even have a roof. So sometimes we're cooking outdoors or in the back of a box truck.
Oh my
or
goodness.
when we go to a nice mansion, we get a nice kitchen. Now
There you
our
go.
menu expands. So it just, the venue dictates how we approach each event.
Wow. And you have multiple locations.
We do, yeah. So after I think about 12 years of doing remote locations everywhere, he started to shift his vision a little bit and acquired some properties. And so we have 3 locations now. One in Orlando at Dr. Phillips' house, and Angie Vaughn is our account executive there. And then we have the next venue that was acquired was Idlewood venue in Bartow, so all the way across Central Florida now. And that is Hannah Cummings, and she's right here behind me. And then also the recent acquisition was a Town Manor on the Lake, which is right in the center of Central Florida, also in Auburndale, Florida. So.
Phenomenal. Very impressive, very impressive. And what's not the only impressive thing is you guys do so much for the community. And I think that's one of the reasons I love Millenia Catering the most, because not only do you have excellent food, an excellent team, you do excellent work. And I think that really shows, how much you care about the community and those you serve. So tell me a little bit about what you do for the community.
Absolutely. With the success that Millenia has had, we do have a responsibility to give back to the community. Some of the charities that we work with is Ronald McDonald, JDRF, with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, Lovely Project, which helps underprivileged teenagers, and then.
Yeah, and we did a lot of service during COVID for the frontline workers at the hospital and church service centers, and we served a lot of meals during that time, and also during some of the Hurricane Irma relief and that kind of thing. So, we try to be present in all of the spaces that we can be and give back in our individual communities.
What does your typical client look like? Because you named a bunch of different locations, so I'm thinking is it more weddings? Is it, I have a 501c3, so is it charity related, or is it the whole gamut?
It's a combination of both, but majority, about 80% are social and weddings, the other 30% are corporate. So.
Phenomenal. Well, I've got to know. So I'm sitting next to some amazing food. It smells delicious. I wish y'all were here because I'm gonna eat all of this. So what is happening here?
Well, what we prepared today is Cabernet braised short ribs over parsnip puree with a little rosemary jus, and then following this is one of the most popular hors d'oeuvres is cigar shrimp with a sweet chili sauce, and at the bottom is ahi tuna tataki on wonton chips with wasabi and ginger.
Well, now, did you know these were my favorites? Were you
I knew. I got the memo before you came.
Yeah, you're I think she likes these things. I mean, you'd be right to assume that. So tell me, you're making all these different kind of foods. Obviously, this is a family atmosphere. How important is it for you to kind of be one big family? Because there's a bunch of you here, and I love it. We're doing this amazing interview, getting to know y'all, and it's you can really sense the family. Literally, all of you are here.
We love that. We definitely are a family, and when we were talking about all of the different remote locations, we have to be a close-knit working family, and sometimes it's just hard. But we love people, we love hospitality, and we love challenge. So one thing that knits us together as a family is that we like those things, people, hospitality, and a challenge, but working together shoulder to shoulder and sweating sometimes, and all of that just to make it happen for the client. And so that knits us together. But Chef Lo does a great job at also rewarding us and getting us together outside of just business, which is so important. And so we enjoy those times too, and it keeps our bond strong. I think I've been with the company close to 15 years from the beginning, and the rest of us really 10 years and more. So we've been around for a while, and that helps too, the longevity of relationship.
Definitely. And you guys have accomplished so many incredible feats. I mean, do you want to tell us a little bit about some of your most memorable events?
Yeah, chef?
Anyone?
Anna?
Some of the larger events that we did, or most memorable, is we do a lot of work with hospitals. And so Lakeland Regional 100-year anniversary was an amazing one we did. And that was an airport hangar that we completely remodeled.
Wow.
Carpets, drapes to ceiling. UF Hall of Fame, where we turned the football 50-yard line into the venue. And then I think another memorable one was when we were able to be a part of a Guinness World Record, and we did the 100-year anniversary of the Ripley's, believe it or not. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Phenomenal. Well, you all are so impressive. I love Millenia Catering, and I really love that you all are giving back to the community, really making a difference. Last but not least, why should someone choose Millenia Catering that might not know y'all? And now they do, obviously, and it's great, but.
Well, we treat our each client as if it was their only event that we're executing. Although we do, again, over 300 events a year, each and every event is very special to the client. So they get our full attention when they come here, and they know Millenia is a boutique catering company, and they will get the attention that they deserve.
Well, Chef Lo, Gwen, whole team hanging out. It has been an honor to have you on, and I'm excited to eat. And we'll be right back shortly after this quick break with more Best of Central Florida. I have to be honest, I absolutely love the holiday season. I am joined by some of the best in the biz. Michaela's choice for best holiday venue is the Crystal Ballroom, and I'm joined by Meg. How are you, Meg?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you so much for having us here today.
So happy to have you here talking about my favorite time of the year, the holidays. When do I start planning my event with you?
Right now.
Like yesterday, do it yesterday, Meg.
Right, a couple weeks back, yeah.
Right.
It's never too late to start planning. You know, every year for the Crystal Ballroom, all year round is very busy. But of course, with the holidays, of course, you get a bump in all of the different types of events, corporate events, holiday parties. Of course, you know, weddings and events are very popular during this season as well.
Definitely. So when I'm planning like my event, should I be calling you like in the summer if I'm thinking about like a Christmas party or a holiday party, Hanukkah? When's kind of like the best sweet spot to call you?
That's a great question. You know, we try to have everything completely wrapped up, all of the important details, about 3 months before the day of the event actually occurs in our venue. So we would like enough planning within that window, but the best part about a Crystal Ballroom is with everything that we include with our couples, our clients, you really don't need a whole lot of time to plan with us because it's all in-house. We do most of it for you.
So you're gonna, yeah, go, no, please.
Let me ask you a quick question, because as a business owner myself, we have a holiday party every year. You guys throw the best, we know that. But we've never seen employees leaving employers as much as they are right now. And I think that the holiday party, especially for corporations, is really team building. And I cannot think of a more important year than this one to keep the employees happy.
I agree with you. Morale in your team is more important now than ever. And the best part about what we do as well is we provide an experience that includes this beautiful full service during an event. So you can ensure you're going to have a gorgeously decorated venue, but we provide staffing that's going to also provide this extra level of experience and service to the people that are on site to make everybody feel extra special.
I love that. So you're gonna like hold my hand through the process, because I obviously don't have a creative eye like this. I mean, how do we get from, hey, I want to plan an event, to like this?
Thank you. Yes. So a big part of what we do for our couples, our clientele, is that we provide in-house all of the design and decor. Thanks to our lead designers, Nancy and Natasha, and the rest of our team, we're able to produce these really gorgeous custom designs. Each of our venues has their own sort of style and flair, but it's highly customizable. We do the color pops, and everything that you see here is all a part of our exclusive designs.
Exclusive design, I love that. I mean, I love having something kind of special, unique. Speaking of unique, you have different venues. You want to tell us a little bit about those?
Absolutely, we do. You know, each of our venues is going to provide the same beautiful services and amenities and details. What makes us very different would be our actual locations, the physical spaces, and a little bit of the touches of the decor that you see on site. So for instance, Castleberry, she is a little bit more designed to be like the very classic elegance. You're going to get the Altamont location over on the Crystal Lake. That one has a little bit more of the slight rustic touches in there. And then Lake Mary itself is definitely designed to be a rustic, chic sort of venue with all of those very enchanted gardens and sort of outdoor elements without having to actually be outdoors in Florida here.
Definitely. And your other locations, is there any you want to highlight?
Well, we've got a Daytona Beach location as well, and we extend all the way outwards into St. Augustine even.
Wow.
So when I'm planning my event and I'm working with your team, I mean, how often are we communicating to kind of get it from start to here?
We are in constant communication with our clientele. We actually have this really brilliant online sort of profile that once our guests book with us, they basically have access to all of the details of their event, every piece of communication, and we have at least 3 different departments in-house all the time that are on the phone ready to answer in the event that we haven't already anticipated what each of our clients need.
Let's say that I'm having a holiday party for my law firm, and I come in, I say, I know I want to do it at the Crystal Ballroom, but I don't know what I want. Can you help me in that situation too? Because I don't know.
Absolutely we can. That's
need a little
exactly what
help.
we're designed for.
Yeah.
We're designed for the client who really doesn't have any idea, because how could you? There's an enormous amount of detail that go into planning these types of events, and so the minute that you book with one of our locations, we start you off with this beautiful welcome call, and then we kind of guide you all along the way with resources. We're an open vendor venue, so we'll give you lots of lovely vendors to select from, but you can bring in whoever you like, and we really kind of with you all along the way to give you exactly the steps that you need when you need them, and in the meantime, you just kind of relax and enjoy the process.
So let's say I'm like working with you at one location. Can I kind of find you at another location, or is it kind of those in-house teams per venue?
That is correct. We are all sort of exclusive to our locations simply because we design ourselves in such a way that we pay that attention to detail, and the consistency is what really counts. People really love to pick up the phone for each of our locations and know exactly who they're speaking to in each of their departments, and that sense of familiarity and that connection that we make with each one of our clients really makes all the difference.
Well, Meg, I can't wait to celebrate the holidays with you. I mean, just being here, I already feel in the holiday mood. So thank you so much for being on, and do yourself a favor. Go check out the Crystal Ballroom for your next holiday event. I know I will, and this
No
one looks like
doubt.
he might.
I'm ready to go now.
Yeah, we'll be right back after this short break.
Finally, it's time for my favorite portion of the show. It's time for Justin's Choice, and Justin's Choice for our best caterer in Central Florida goes to our great friends over at Gourmet, Crepes, Catering, and Café. Chef Jean is here. Chef, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing
Bonjour, buddy.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
I think I don't know the right answer to that.
I just say how you doing.
I
You
know.
what I'm
Right,
saying?
how do I say great?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Je vais bien.
Julia, oh yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Je vais bien.
Tyson, our executive producer, is behind the scenes telling me what to say here, and I don't like that very much at all.
Okay.
When you think about catering, you think about food forward, right? I mean, you have to make the food great. It's not easy to do. Some caterers, I think, okay, food's okay. Classically trained in Paris,
Paris,
for years.
yes.
Tell me about your training.
Yeah, I grew up in Paris for 25 years. I come from the French island, West Indies, and then I went to a culinary school in France, and I work in a different restaurant in Paris. So
Yeah.
food is always around. When I grew up with my mom cooking from the Caribbean, and then so just for me it was natural for me to become like a chef.
Yeah.
I love cooking. I love to make people happy, and then when I cook and I see the smile on people's face, that's enjoyable. So.
We've had a lot of food on this set. I don't think of any one particular time we've had food that looked this good, Michaela. And
it's
by the way, the
amazing.
WKMG crew behind the scenes here has been drooling, and no one's going to leave. We're going to eat all of this very
Yeah, I got
soon,
food. I got
guarantee
food for everybody today.
Perfect.
So, I
you,
mean,
you were telling me something before the show about catering, how a lot of places that you cater, they don't have kitchens there, and you demand to bring your own equipment there to cook on site because you want the food fresh.
exactly. That's why Gourmet, Crepes, Café, and Catering, the way we're cooking is just because when we do catering and the place don't have a kitchen, so how are you going to do the food?
Right.
So what you do, you bring your own equipment. So we have a food truck, and we bring all the oven, the hot box to keep the food fresh, the stove. So when people eat the food, it's like we just did it, and then we cook on site outside the venue, so people can really enjoy the real fresh food. You don't want to cook the food 6 hours earlier, and it's not going to taste the way you want it. So, and then this is a fresh food, so you want to give the quality of what you're doing. And to be a chef, and from France, I'm very picky. And if the food if I don't like it, I'm not going to serve it. So for me to do it on site when I have to do it, some places do have a kitchen, then we bring everything and we finish over there. But when they don't have a kitchen, we have to do the best to satisfy the customers. And for us, our priority is make sure the customer is happy with the quality and the freshness of the food, and and the seasoning and the taste for what we're doing.
The reason why I know your food is so good is, first of all, I've had it before, obviously, but every time we talk, it always comes back to the food and how much you care, how much love you put into the food. It makes all the difference. Whether you're serving a party of 5 or a party of 500, you're not going to let food go out there that's not great.
Yeah, that's like I said, this is my background because I've been trained that way in France. So when you cook for somebody, it doesn't matter if for 5 people or 500 or 400 people, you want to make sure every single item you do, people can enjoy it and be fresh. And that's what we're trying to do every time.
Yeah, let's go through this quickly here. I want you to show me what we have here. I'd like to start with the crepes, actually, because that's sort of what are your special. Well, I'm going to eat that as soon as we go off the air.
The gourmet crepes we have here, it's a stuffed sweet crepes with Nutella, and we've topped with some fresh strawberry. And over here we have caramelized apple sweet crepes with a cinnamon and raisins. This is the 2 most popular items for the breakfast, because we do breakfast every time, and people really love. That's the most important item they enjoy to have.
Yeah, you don't just do weddings. You do breakfast, lunch, dinner, meetings, weddings. Anything.
Anytime
you need
yes,
food
we
at
do
an
birthday
event,
party. We do
you.
birthday party. We do graduation party. We do a lot of baby shower. We do brunch too for Saturday and Sundays, and people love what we're doing. So that's what we're always excited.
Now I love seeing the prime rib here because it comes with 2 sauces. You have the chimichurri, and this is a special French sauce.
Yes, this is a sauce. We call this sauce au poivre.
Oh,
You
yes.
have to say it, sauce au
Go
poivre.
ahead.
Sauce
au poivre.
Yeah, she did not do
Sauce
that
au
shot.
poivre. So it's like peppercorn sauce. It's like with a little bit kick to it, and when you eat it with your steak, it brings like you are in Paris. That's what we do. And then, of course, the chimichurri always go with a prime with a steak. That's what we're doing.
We got the salmon. What is the sauce with the salmon?
And this is a lemon butter sauce.
You were bragging about your chicken earlier.
Yeah, this is one of the best items on the menu. This is a Tuscan chicken. So it's like a pan-seared chicken and baked with sun-dried tomatoes with a sauteed fresh spinach with a garlic creamy sauce. I'm telling you, you will taste it, you're going to be in heaven. You're like you're going to be in Italy.
And to be honest with you, Chef, I tried the green beans with the bacon earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it or not. I stole a little, but I wasn't trying to interfere with the presentation at all. What beautiful food. Unbelievable.
Thank you.
And I think there's nothing more important in catering than the actual food. You want your guests to walk away saying that food was good. Because think about all the weddings you've been to where the food was like,
Yeah, exactly.
It was okay.
I mean, for us, like I
need
said,
a hug, buddy. This food is amazing.
Thank you so much.
That was absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much.
Do yourself a favor.
Like you can tell, we're cooking with love.
There's
every
no doubt
time
about
I'm cooking, I'm so excited. So every time I meet because we do also customize, even with the customers when they want something different and we don't have it or we have it, we sit down with the customers and we customize their own menu on their own meal. So because like I said, we do American food, French food of course, Italian, Spanish, Caribbean food of course from my background with my mom cooking from the Caribbean. So we have a diversity of food that people can really enjoy. And I'm so always excited to.
And no matter what kind of food it is, Chef John's going to love it or he's not going to give it to you. Excellent job, Chef.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
You got it.
Thank you guys.
Michaela, what a show.
Bon appetit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we're
Yes.
about to eat all this.
Bon
I
appetit.
assure you. I'm starving. Are you?
I'm so hungry.
We did hit some great caterers today. We have some good ones here, but I think we absolutely chose the 3 best. Good job today, as always.
Thank you.
And as always, special thanks to our WKMG-based crew here. But most importantly, thank you for joining us every single weekend on Best of Central Florida. Hit record all right now. We'll see you next weekend. Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Yes, sir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Yes.
Bientôt.
Au revoir.
See you next week.
See you next time.